someone must be, if they're advising against large gatherings, someone's having massive parties all over the place. Where's all the food gone?
Yeah.
Oh my god. So I've got a week off work, and we had planned on having a friend come down from up north and give me a hand to repaint the roof of the boat. But because of lockdown, that's not going to happen. So I'm just going to hang out with Erin and Ollie.
Yeah.
And do a few jobs.
Of course.
I've promised Erin not to do too many though. So
see how that goes.
Yeah. There's under the mast, and there's one other ventilation, one vent in the roof that is still leaking. I fixed the others up at the end of last summer. So as we're not going to repaint just yet, I'm going to fix that. Stop the water coming in. The gas locker is really troubling me. There's a lot of moisture and rust at the bottom of the gas locker, so I'm going to grind that back and treat the rust.
To the point where it's almost going to break through, isn't it?
I don't know if it's almost going to break through, but it's not good.
That's how he sold it to me.
Yeah.
You know.
I think it looks worse than what it is, but it needs attention. I wanted to go and chop some firewood. There's a few logs around the place. I think it's a good opportunity to go and chop them up and split it and stack it for some firewood to burn.
Yeah.
Yeah, the water under the floor.
Oh yeah.
From when we first bought the boat, and I'm sure that's where it's coming from. Need to get the rest of the water out and make sure that's what the problem is, to dry out the floor.
Yeah. And then maybe treat it if it's once it's dry. We might have to wait a bit.
And then everything's out, and then I can grind it back a bit and treat it. But
hopefully it'll just be a whole lot of this though, sitting in the sun.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll leave the painting of the roof for another time.
That's okay.
Alright. Chopping holes in the floor.
Here it goes.
Daddy?
A mess. Taking up this section of the floor so I can get into between the ribs here and here, where there's still a bit of water and some surface rust that needs cleaning up.
Just put a guide in there to aid your sawing.
Yeah.
Nice one. It's noisy.
Noisy.
Go from there into the bucket, out the door. Looks like a mini bath down there. At the door, yeah. Yep. Yep. Right.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Alright, good work.
Look.
So we bought this amazing machine to do our paint job on the roof of the boat this week, but we can't because of the Rona, and but we found a really good use for it. Corey's just sucked all the water out of underneath the floor, using it because it's meant to suck up the dust as you sand, right?
Yeah.
But we've used it to suck up the water, and apparently that's okay.
Yeah, it works for that as well. Just have to take the paper filter out, and then you can it will suck up liquid.
Yeah. So more on the Merca when we do the paint job, but for now,
pretty impressed so far.
Got the tree. Got the tree.
Yeah, chainsaw. Daddy's collecting wood.
Just started sharpening the axe to split all the wood that we cut this morning. There's an argument that my mother would support for doing this outside, but it's really cold and windy, so I'm doing it inside. So you're doing this inside on your kitchen bench with a 19-month-old running around. Good idea to put the clamps with that bit facing up. And the blade of the axe is about 3 inches higher than the top of Ollie's head. So we're okay, aren't we? Yeah. So just filing down each side at the moment. It was really bad, really dull with a few dents in the blade. So I'm filing the edge. I'll turn it over and do the other side. And then got a sharpening stone. Move on to that bit after this. But it's going to be a fair bit of hard work, I think.
What a noise!
What a noise!
Not Corona.
So there's been a few of the nicks taken out of there already, but there's still a few left. One at the top here. I used a marker pen to put an edge, to colour in the entire edge of the actual, what will be the V shape of the cutting edge. Colour in the edge. It's easy to see. Get it in the right angle. And once you get the right angle, keep going. So filed the edge back with the flat bastard file, then using a 2-grade sharpening stone under the fine bit now.
Bit longer than you thought?
It's all about patience.
Ollie's had enough.
Yeah, Ollie's bored. So, chopped all the logs into 20 centimetre lengths. Put a mark on the axe to help me measure it. So that's what fits best into our stove. And now that they're all the right size, I can just start splitting them. Makes you feel pretty manly, like chopping.
Okay.
It's a biggie.
You get it. How about just this one? How about this one? In the bag? Ah, yeah.
Good boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about this little one? Yeah. Yeah, and more. This bit. Whoops, can you get it? Oh. Yeah.
It's not even 9 o'clock in the morning and still in my pyjamas. In fact, we all are, but this is happening. What are you doing?
Putting an upstairs in. So,
What happened to the bedroom? I only just got up.
yeah, lucky thing you did. I'm still in my dressing gown.
Yeah.
The mast is above the roof there. Just behind the mast is some holes through the roof where the cables go out. And there's rust around them, so I want to take them out properly and take them back to bare steel, treat the rust and prime it and paint it. But to do up those cable glands again, I sort of need access from below. And I'd also like to put some other cables through. I would like to move the horn. It's at the wheelhouse at the moment. I'd like to relocate it to the mast. Makes sense to have the horn at the front. And for that, we'll need a cable. Yeah, need a cable up there, need a cable over there. And the cables for the solar panel are going out through one of the vents at the moment, which isn't great. I'd kind of like to route them properly as well. So I need access to under here. And also to see where the water's coming from. And it's obviously coming from this vent.
Oh, wow.
Which I'm about to repair as well.
Wow.
Great, well, no napping today then. What's Daddy doing?
Alright, here we go. The day that Daddy broke the boat.
Whoop, here it comes. Wow! Oh.
So this is the area I want to get at. With the wires going through the roof there. And they're it's all a bit rusty.
That's where our mast normally sits. As you can see, he's taken it off and just sanded underneath, back to steel. And there's the vent, same deal. Nice day for a bit of sanding, really. Not the tree, no. He's doing some big sanding, isn't he? Yeah, it looks a bit like Daddy, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's not fun.
This is where our gas bottles normally sit. The bottom of it is really rusty.
Yeah, this is a really well designed boat, but there's a couple of things that are a little bit... Maybe they were overlooked when they were designing.
Oliver, yeah, that's you. Stay over here.
And one of them is that the air outlet of the gas store to allow any gas to go out if it leaks is actually on the inclined exterior wall. So, and it's inclined that way, so slightly acute. So anytime we get any rain, there's the cutaway here that allows the water to flow down. Flows down the face of the gas locker, and then some of it goes straight inside. And once it's in, it's difficult to get out. So it's just always a little bit damp on the bottom. It's, over the years, there's quite a bit of rust. You ready, Ollie?
Yeah, it's been a fabulous week. We've been doing some music, reading books, learning languages, doing a few water sports. Yeah, it's been a really nice time. In lockdown.
He's a natural.
But it's day one going back to work. Two, three. You gonna get them? Go! Woohoo! Yeah! Oh yeah. Dinosaur bowling, huh? Woohoo! Yeah! Cool slide. Oh yeah, Daddy's coming. Daddy's home from work again. Look, Daddy!
The bike's been stolen. What are you gonna do?
Are you serious?
Yeah, but it's not. How am I gonna get to work? Like, it's. Jesus.
Thanks for tuning in to 5 Knots Cruising. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, as it really helps us to get our video out to more viewers. We'd love to hear your feedback, questions and ideas, so please drop us a line either on our Instagram page or YouTube channel.